And they marveled, it says at the end of verse 3, and followed the beast, and they, the whole world is they, worship the dragon. Doesn't mean that there's not Christians or believers or followers of Christ present, but it's a general way of speaking. The whole world, the world at large is following him. And the dragon, or Satan, gives him his authority, and then they worship the beast, and they're singing these songs, "Who is like the beast? Who is like the beast?" You know. Verse 4, what I get out of that is that the political power will only be enhanced by a cult-like worship of the Antichrist. So the Antichrist is going to have incredible clout politically. And it's only going to be enhanced worldwide by this element of worshiping him. I meant to pull a page out of Dr. Constable's notes and read it to you. It might come up again later in that verse 7. But the idea was that this is somewhat, in this time of writing, and in the more ancient world, or the biblical times, okay, so when the Caesars ruled in Rome, they made you worship him. And they'll call it like pinch incense or burn incense, and say 3 times, "Caesar is Lord, Caesar is Lord, Caesar is Lord." And if you didn't do that, they could basically ruin your life. It's a little bit like a vaccine card, all right? So you either have it or you don't have it. Either loyal to Caesar or you're not loyal to Caesar. And they would make you do this publicly. Soldiers would come up and make you say it publicly. And if you didn't, then you would be sometimes arrested. Those would be people that would be thrown to lions. There would be intense persecution if you would not show public loyalty to Caesar. And that's reflected in this. It would be something that the first century reader would have been more familiar with than us. And we're all shaken up by the requirement of a vaccine card, if that could happen, and it could happen. We don't want it to happen. Don't think it's right, not in the United States. But they, the reader of the first century, reading John's prophecy, the 7 churches that it was distributed to first, they would have very much understood an emperor who required loyalty or your life. And that's what he's relating it to, okay? We read on in 5 and 6. So this is just review, because we went through this last week without a little trouble, but we did it. "And the beast was given a mouth uttering haughty and blasphemous words, and it was allowed to exercise authority for 42 months. So the Antichrist will be characterized, and his rule and his regime will be characterized by extreme blasphemy. And he will literally claim to be God." And we see that, and let's turn to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, and I want to show you this. Where Paul, in writing his second letter to the Thessalonians in